Hello, everybody. Laura back again. And Amber Allen is here with me. And I want to say thank you if you're here watching or if you're watching us on a replay. We appreciate each and every one of you any way that you watch us. So, I haven't been very productive except trying to work on my daughter's blanket. I have less than a month left. So that is my main goal, is to get that thing finished. I've got less than 6 rows left, and I have all of the ends after that. And I mean lots and lots of ends, and I don't like doing ends.
Oh my gosh, we have been live for like a few seconds and we've already got 3 thumbs up. How amazing is that?
That's awesome,
That is
considering
awesome.
I know there's
Now,
like 3 other people on right now too. So,
well, I just put the 4th one in, so yay!
okay. I really see if I can get it up on my phone because it wasn't letting me
Oh,
find it.
Cheryl! Hello, Cheryl.
Hi,
Well,
Cheryl.
yes. Oh, Deneen, how are you? Oh my God, Tiffany, I saw your live with Connie. Or maybe I was watching the replay, I think.
Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Deneen. Hi,
Bonnie!
Bonnie. And let's
Oh
see.
my God.
Why can't I find?
I am super excited that you all are here.
Yeah, it's awesome to have an audience.
Well, it's just fun talking to people, getting to know them a little bit better. I feel like through your lives, I am writing a whole bunch of cards. I don't know if you guys have received them or not yet, but I've written a bunch of cards. And the more we do these lives, the more I get to know you and the more that I have something to talk to you about, if that makes sense.
Yep, it
Anyway,
does.
yeah. So, um, I am super excited that you're here. Let everybody know as well. Oh my God, I'm super nervous. You looked a little nervous in the beginning, but you did super well. I am actually going to be on Connie's live soon, so you're going to have to tell me the experience about going on her lives. I don't. I've watched her lives. They are structured a little differently.
Yeah.
Because you and I are free form. We're just like Laura. We just kind of we walk in and we just start jibber jabbering.
Well, when I was on Connie's, it was kind of freeform. She and I had each come up with some questions, but
Mhm.
I think we got to one because
Oh,
we just kept talking,
that's
So, but
awesome.
yes, you're right. She does have a little bit more form to hers because there's so much that she wants to make sure she accomplishes.
Yes, of course. Well, and she's a little bit more experienced, I think, with those kinds of things. I don't know what her background is, but yeah, so she must have some sort of background in that. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So yes, thank you. Oh my
Oh,
God, I'm
yes,
so
I love
excited.
your top.
I have 3 more in the works. 3 more. So the
Good.
next one is going to be a little higher.
Right.
I don't mind showing my little décolleté, but I like it a little bit higher. So my daughter wanted one.
Right.
So I'm making a rainbow pastel one for her. And then then I have these little minis that I didn't know what to do with them. And
Yep.
so I just like, well, we'll just throw them together and thank you so much, Tiffany. And we'll just do that. And I just made one. And then I had purchased from Hobium,
That one is
that 1 hour long video that I made. That whoever watched that, God bless you, because dang, it was long.
I think I had to skip that one for some reason, put it in my watch later.
An hour. It basically was just me going, but I bought some specifically for that, and I really wanted to try Hobium for their prices a lot. So it is not exactly my own pattern, Cheryl. What I did was I watched several, and I mean several YouTubers. It took me a long time, 3 o'clock in the morning, kind of long time. And so someone did, when they did the top down, they had a very specific number of stitches that they did.
Okay.
I did, I think 78, divisible by 4.
Okay.
And and then I saw that Kathy, thank you. Um, some of them have the single crochet, no, the double crochet, and the corners were odd. Mine is done
Oh,
in all half double crochets. And then I added a little bit extra length to the sleeve because I'm not
okay.
comfortable with my wings. Oops, my wings.
I know what you mean. I got them too.
Yeah, they just fall. Like you hit 50 and they're like, boom, what?
A lot of things fall at 50 or 55.
Well, I'll be 54 this year, so I know I'll be 54, so it's
I'll
all
be
good.
57.
See, we're so young. We're to be fair, we are. We didn't seem that when we were 25 when we saw our parents and went, "Oh my God, you're old." We're not
Yep.
old.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes. Anyway, I have been doing a lot of stuff. Don't really have much, but I'm super excited, and I hope that you like it, Laura. What I did, I actually put Laura stuff on my website.
Yep.
So if you see it, it's going to be the Laura Sterling collection.
I like
And
that.
I thought it was a pretty cool name, right?
Yep.
You definitely needed something. But I caught up with the live news. Oh, I know. My gosh. Tiffany, I was reading Tiffany's comment. I mean, yeah,
Yep.
Tiffany's comment. So, I I forgot to ask you, was it just those two items? I mean, one of each of those, or did you have
At the
multiple?
moment, yeah. I've got to finish bagging up, or I've got to finish taking pictures and then bagging the rest of them.
Okay, well, those are on right now.
Yep, they
If you
sure are.
and you're tripping over things these days. You're so funny, Cheryl. I did that when I was 25, so it's the same as it was before.
Yeah, no different from my childhood.
Right.
And I was even in dance to help improve that, And then I played basketball and,
Oh,
so didn't
no,
help.
I didn't do
None
any
of
of
it
that.
helped.
No. But so yeah, I was really excited to put that on the website today. So if anybody wants to go over and look at it, it is Fostering Yarn at whatever it is. You know what it is.
I
dot
think
com.
I've got it on the ticker as soon as it gets
Oh, do
here.
you? Okay.
The website, www.fosteringyarn.com.
Yes, and I just actually put bobble pattern up there, a
I
collection.
saw that.
So it's up there as well. I'm working on tutorials for all three of them. So I have
Okay.
a butterfly, and it's a pattern of three baubles: butterflies, the Aztec sun, and some flowers. But
Okay.
if y'all don't know, tutorials are not the easiest thing on the planet to make. Because you make them,
That's
and then you go back, and you're like, oh, I missed a step, and then you got to do it slower, and like, oh, did I explain that? No, you didn't explain it, and then you got to do it all over again. And I'm telling you, I have made the same dang butterfly 15 times, and it's still long. It's still
yep.
long because I can't
I
stop
understand.
talking, you guys. I just can't stop.
That's why I'm sticking to my easy stitches right now. I can keep them pretty short.
I actually was thinking about doing something like that, the easy stitches, because I do have um a lot of patterns. I mean, I have crocheted you like you have. We've been doing this for 35, 40 years,
Yep.
So we've got a lot that we just got to write down and we just never do. We just
Yeah, I
never do
know.
that.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much. Crafty Critter. Hello, ladies. Well, so I am subscribed to your channel.
Never too long.
So Christina, I am subscribed. I actually I think you might be on my card list too. I don't
Here I am.
remember. I think she's on my card
I
list.
think I subscribed to her recently.
So somebody emailed me and I can't remember who it was, and they asked me to check out this channel, and it's called Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. I'm like, too late. I'm already subscribed.
I think I'm subscribed to that one as well. That
It,
sounds familiar.
yes, they're all familiar, and you don't even know what you're subscribed to until you actually go look at it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm with her. The reason I mention her, it's her birthday month, and she's having a birthday thing, and I'm sending her a card, and that's that. So I love birthdays. Aren't you and I the same June?
June.
Yeah, we're June babies. Oh God, we gotta do something. Oh no. Okay,
I
so
don't know.
not for me, but
Well, yeah, no. I mean, every now and then I've noticed that mine will go to the circle, but other than that, no.
Well, I'm upstairs. I've got all 5 bars. I'm still looking at my phone. I don't know. I hope not. Mm,
Well, it's a long way to get it to Australia too. So
I could imagine.
if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, that's where Cheryl told me she was from.
You know, Cheryl, you were on my card list, and I did send you a card to Australia. So hopefully, I don't know how long it takes to get there, but we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
I
I sent one
already
to
I
England.
already did my Happy Mail from Amber.
I saw. I know. So hopefully it gets to be a little bit better. June baby.
Another
Oh
June
no, no,
baby.
no, no, no. She's
She's a
your kind of
Gemini.
June. Yeah, she's not
She's
my
a
kind of June.
she's one of mine. Come over to the dark side.
Ah, Rhonda's a June baby as well. Yeah, there's so
Yeah,
many June babies. You have like 10? Oh my
that's
gosh.
amazing, Tiffany. Yeah, my daughter is a June baby as well.
Your daughter is
Uh-huh.
Gemini?
Uh-huh. Week after mine.
Whatever.
She was supposed to be born the day before my birthday, and she managed to come out a week after.
Well, let her have her own day, I guess.
I
But
guess, because then later my cousin was born the day before my birthday. So, and she's between my kids in age, but she's my cousin.
let me tell you something. If you're the parent of a children who have really close birthdays, oh, it is awful. I'll be here by Christmas, huh? It'll be there by Christmas.
Christmas. Oh, it took me a second.
It took me a second too, because I can't read apparently.
I cleaned my glasses. I should be able to see what I'm looking at.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh my gosh. So I have children. So my daughter, her birthday is April 27th. She's my youngest.
My,
And then my
my,
son is like a week later, May the 6th. And then my other
okay.
daughter is May the 12th.
Oh
I kill
my.
myself. I know, it's awful. It's terrible. You're like, okay, and they're not cheap. Especially my
No,
older daughter. I'm like, you want what? You want what? No, you're not getting
yeah.
that.
My second child
Um,
was
I just got a PayPal notification. Did somebody buy something? Hold on a second.
almost a June baby, but he was 10 days overdue and made it into July. Yeah.
So he's
My my
my
my second
sign.
child, my second child's birthday was yesterday, and
Oh,
the due date was late March, and
yeah.
then was born 7 days, maybe it was 5 days after the due date. So not quite as long after the due date as my daughter was. She was eight
Oh
days after her due
my
date.
gosh. Wait a second.
What?
I think somebody purchased something.
Oh, Bonnie says she ordered the set of 3.
She did.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
Laura's going to take care of that for you. Laura, you and I will talk offline about the transfer funds.
right.
But, yes,
But,
that's so.
Bonnie,
Yeah.
you need to send me an email. It's laurasyarntalk@gmail.com. So I
I'll
have your
send you all
address.
the information. I'll
Oh,
send it up
okay.
to you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'll
I
send it
didn't
all
remember
to her.
that part.
And her email is super awesome, by the way. Her email address is very awesome. Okay, so I am so excited.
Thank
That means
you.
you have to make more, right?
Oh, yeah. I've got more in the
Okay.
works. I just don't have them all pictured or bagged. So
Oh, well, make some more because
I will be.
apparently they are loving them. So I'm making sure that I have that open. I am so excited for you. It is amazing. I got to tell you that when I had my you just don't think that people are interested in your stuff until they are. You
Yeah,
know,
I
when I had
know.
those boxes of mystery boxes, I was just like, it was so fast. Like, okay, thank you so much. I was so very appreciative of
Yep.
that. No, I am super excited. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. Yes, I ordered. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Well, hello, Kay.
Hi,
How are
Kay. Yeah, I just
you?
realized she was there. Whoops.
She's like, what I miss? What I miss?
What I missed.
Well, I just uploaded Laura's collection on Fostering Yarn website, and what was it on there? Maybe 3 hours, and
Yeah,
we've
about that.
already, yeah. And so Bonnie went ahead and ordered it, and I'm grateful that you went to my website. I'm sure Laura's super grateful as well. Um,
I
I'm.
think the set that just sold Cheryl was the set of owls, wasn't it, Amber?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have
It
more
was.
owls. So I
Yeah.
can do some more owls.
No, 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 no. It wasn't owls. It was the three set and it had different birds.
I thought that was the set of 5 that had the different birds.
We'll have to go look through the pictures. Well, I will let you know what I uploaded. How's that? So yeah, let's
Let's
do that.
see here.
You send me a text. So check your text.
Okay.
That's what I uploaded.
The 5.
Not the 5. She didn't order the 5.
Yeah, no. Oh, you're right. Okay, that
There's a
must be
heart.
the other one that I didn't get the pictures taken of yet. I know
Oh,
I
okay.
have some owls done.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
Well then, owls next.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll definitely get some owls. The pictures of the owls to you as soon as I make sure that they're ready, which
Yeah,
won't be
they
right now.
are.
Give me an
Oh
hour.
my gosh. Well, it is Miss Connie. How are you doing,
Hi,
Connie?
Connie.
I was just talking about you because I had just seen the live replay with you and Tiffany from a Little Crafty Bit. So I was watching that.
Okay,
Mhm.
I know what happened to the owls. I put them in the giveaway. That's what she's asking me, and that's what I did.
Oh, oh,
But I have
oh.
more, so that's not a
Okay.
problem.
This is us. This is us. What is that? What is this is us?
Um,
I don't know what it
um,
is. Anyway,
I
I'm
thought
really
it was a
happy.
movie, but I'm not sure.
No, it is, and I just can't remember what it is.
Hello, everyone.
No.
How y'all doing? Hi, Connie. Sweet Amber. Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't too sweet yesterday when my son left the car window open. And if you haven't seen that video, I was a crazy person. Yes, I was. Oh, yes, I
I can
was.
imagine.
Oh, I lost my little brain. Just saying, I lost my little brain.
My old Saturn, I loved that car, but it had a leak in the sunroof, the moonroof, I guess.
Yeah.
And it took us forever to figure out what was going on.
Oh,
By
that's
then, the
awful.
carpet's full of water.
I know that you're having Selena Baca on. I was watching all that as well. I think that's gonna be super
That's
exciting for you.
awesome, Connie.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have a little like fame. Like
Yes.
I would. So I had a car that had a moonroof in it, and loved it so much. My Toyota Corolla doesn't have one, and I really, really do miss it.
I have a Subaru Outback with one now.
Oh, aren't you fancy? Aren't you fancy? Oh, I must have missed something. You had a moment with him last night. I'll be fanning. Okay. Alrighty. I just wanted to make sure that oh my gosh, I saw how many subs you
Do the
had.
car wash. Oh, wow.
So
What?
I wanted to let everybody know that Laura is getting up there with
Oh,
170.
yeah. It was 174, 175, somewhere in
4,
there.
5. Well, whatever it was. But yeah, he's getting up there. I thought you had a giveaway like 200, 250?
250. Yep.
250, yeah.
I got that video done this week and put the owls in the giveaway. So have to remember that.
Well, somebody's getting it. Oh no! Through the car wash.
I can't
Oh.
imagine.
Now I have left it open a crack. Like I didn't know I didn't roll it all the way up. And I don't roll anything up. I got the little electronic thing, but you do it and you think it goes all the way up, but it doesn't, and then you're in there and you go like, Where's this water?
Where's this water coming from?
And it's just a little itty bitty bit,
Yep.
but yeah, it'll do something. Yeah, so I love helping people out. And Laura's you haven't been doing this for very long though, have you?
What?
Since November, your channel?
I started working on videos in November, trying to make sure I knew what I was doing and whatnot, and didn't start posting until December, beginning of December.
Yeah. It took me a long while to get to where you are, so I think you're doing really well.
I'm doing this for so many different reasons, and sometimes
Yeah.
it pulls on me. It's like, well, do I work on trying to get the numbers up, or do I work on getting the videos out, or do I work on
Well, I gotta say,
so
yeah, because I have to say a lot of it with the YouTube channel and this might just be my personality, but you want to make people happy. And when you
uh-huh.
don't get like the likes and stuff, you feel like you've let them down. Or at least I feel like I let them down. So I've tried to do better content because I really want to make you guys happy. And I mean, I want to make myself happy too. But this is something that we're working on together. And so I
Mm-hmm.
just, and I just want to make everybody as happy as I can be. And that's just so dumb. I mean,
No,
it's
no,
not dumb,
no,
but
you're making sense too. Hi,
Oh,
Teresa.
oh, I did not know that.
Cheryl's key
Hello,
fob open
Teresa.
for Windows.
Yeah, I'm looking at Cheryl's
Okay,
right now.
yeah.
Well, I am so glad that everybody's here. Well, I don't know what your screen says. My screen says we have 11 thumbs up. It's probably more than that. I'll probably have to refresh.
I can't even get my page to show it.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
'cause you're going live on your computer, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And I can't get it to show on my phone or my page. So I don't know. I can't see anything. And I don't know why, because I could last time.
My kids are not allowed to have Newton cradles anymore
Okay.
because I have to sit there and untangle them, and I'm not doing it again. No
I don't know
more.
what it is.
It's one of those balls, you have like 5 balls and you pull one, it goes click, 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 click.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that's
Mm-hmm.
what they were called.
Mm-hmm.
They tangled
Yeah.
up the strings. Oh no.
Oh, they would just do it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I see 13 now. So I don't know where I'm seeing it and where you guys are seeing it, but I see 13. So it's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know
don't
why
buy
I
them
can't
anymore. Let me tell you
I don't know
something.
why I can't get it to show me.
I think I refreshed. So I don't allow Play-Doh in my house anymore. No more Play-Doh.
Uh-uh.
And they're not
No.
allowed to bring slime in the house anymore because slime, you can't get out of carpet. Yellow, bright, neon slime was in my carpet.
It was in my carpet too. That's when I nixed it. I said, nope, that's the end of that.
So no more slime. Oh, you told them that was it. She's
I
like, that's
said,
it.
nope, that's it. No more. You're
Awesome,
done.
Connie. I'm so happy that you're able to see it too. Look, so this is a Momenti, and it just has that one splash of purple right there.
Oh, wow.
I have to put a pin or something in it. I don't know. But I am so happy
Cut
and
the
so
strings.
super proud of myself that I was able to make something.
Yeah.
Still not going to try knit though, so that don't even ask.
I'm not going to push knitting on you, dear. You do what you do and I do what I do. And that makes us unique. And
Yeah.
this is my sweater.
Yeah.
That's as far as
Well,
I haven't gotten any further than the last time.
but you've
But
made them before, right?
no, this is my
That's your,
first over the head sweater.
yeah.
I made a vest, long, almost floor length vest one time, open down the front. So this is my
Mhm.
first over the head sweater.
Yeah, and you're never going to stop. Once you make your first one, you're like, I'm never going to go. I need to make another one. Well, then I need to make another. And what
I've
yarn did I
already
use this
got so
time?
many picked out. It's not even funny. And I haven't even got that one. I haven't really
I
gotten to work on it
know.
in a week.
You're okay with Play-Doh because it doesn't stick to carpet. Listen, I'm okay with Play-Doh. They just don't clean up themselves. And I
I
get these giant
know.
little round balls of Play-Doh everywhere.
I know. And then, of course, they dry out and then you're like rolling around on them because they're like little marbles.
Yeah, I hate them. So what? So I didn't see it very well. What yarn are you using for that top?
My sweater,
Yeah, I
it's
have to look at it on my computer because my computer's a lot.
Angora. It's
Oh,
it's 3 shades of pinks and purples, or 4 shades in that, because it's a variegated, and then the gray.
are you doing
Eh,
that? Oh, okay. I see the gray now.
yeah,
Are you doing
it's
that
hard
double
to see it.
crochet?
It's double and triple. This
Oh,
is
okay.
this is oh, what's the right word? A light sport or a heavy fingering.
Okay.
And the gray is
Okay.
way more fingering than the pink is. So
Yeah.
it made it a little, I had to do some adjusting to make it work.
I really, that's going to be gorgeous.
It
Now I can see
is.
it better on the big screen. Yeah.
Yep, that's my Angora that I bought for $2 a ball.
Where did you get that at?
Premier, I had it in my cart for, oh geez, almost 2 months. And then they're splashed up there at the top of this website that, for what, 2 or 3 days, you were going to get so much extra off of their clearance. And I was like, oh
Check
yeah, baby,
out.
hit the button time.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
I keep
Okay,
stuff in
so
my carts for months on end, waiting for something to go on sale that I wanted or needed.
do you know the first time? So I ordered from Hobium and I ordered like $100 worth of stuff, which by the way was a lot of stuff. But I had
Right.
to delete so much out of my cart because I had $1,000 in there. Because I just kept going,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's pretty. That's where you put it, where you save it because you want to go look
Mm-hmm.
at it again. I didn't realize that Hobium actually has a wish list. So I'm like, wish, 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 wish. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right.
It is going to be amazing, Teresa. I can't wait to see it. I wish we lived closer so we could do our lives from her house. Because your light is so much better than my light.
My lighting?
Hmm.
Oh, well, I feel like I'm glowing this whiteness.
Oh my God. I am such a dweeb. I don't even have my light on.
I've got
There
overhead, and I've got my ot light, and then I've got my studio lighting, which I turned yellow instead of white or blue because the ot light is so white.
I'm
So I have
kind
to,
of orangey color.
well, I would be too without the ot light on.
Now, what is the aught light?
Um, well, it's a type of fluorescent, but it comes out
Oh,
with the white instead of the blue. So
mm-hmm.
it makes it easier to see the definition of my stitches. It makes it easier to see the colors. So I'm not picking up strings from the wrong, especially on that sweater.
Oh my God, I bet. Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's when the outline is like way over here so I can see what I'm doing.
So,
And mine is just a what am I trying to say? It's like a crafting carousel with a light in the middle.
oh, I
But
had no idea.
I don't have anything in any of the pockets though.
I have got to get more lighting. Better lighting. Teresa.
Who's basking in the glow.
Oh, yeah. That's so
Oh,
funny. Oh my
yep,
God. Mm.
yep, that's true. In both of our
I am
cases.
I am so excited for you that I keep checking my email to see if your last thing went out. I'm getting too happy now. I'm so sorry.
That other one is all birds, and that's what I had
So
forgotten.
yeah.
Yeah, the five is all birds.
Hmm.
The one that sold had hearts and something else in it.
Uh,
Hearts and I don't remember. Anyway, I've got plenty more owls. I got plenty more hearts. I just got to finish putting them together.
now I have stitch markers as well, but yours are what are they made out of? Shells like
I,
mother of
I
pearl
think
or
they're the abalone.
oh
Um,
okay.
I can't remember if that's the right name anymore. It's been way too long. I mean, I don't even have the piece of paper from when I bought those. That would have been Washington before we moved. That was
Oh,
over
years
17 years
ago.
ago.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Now you said you
So
were working on your daughter's blanket, but it's only been a month. What's up that?
I only have a month left. She graduates. Well, she's supposed to. Let me rephrase that. She's supposed to be graduating for her PhD
Right.
in
You told me. Yeah.
March, and I was going to give her the blanket when she came down. So
She's in Washington.
no, no, she's in another state.
Oh, okay. I know you told me, but I can't remember. And I'm
It's
basking
okay.
in the orange light.
I'm trying not to give out too many details. That's all. Because
I completely understand.
my kids are like, don't give out too many details. Okay,
You
I'll
know,
do my best to behave.
my
They're
kids are
both
the
adults,
same
you know,
way.
I have to, so I have to be careful.
Yeah,
They're both adults. They're on their own.
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have two that are adults that are on their own, and of course, I have the two young ones at home. My youngest daughter is like, "Can I come on your live? Can I come on your live?" I'm like, "No," because I want to protect them.
Right,
You know,
right.
and she wants her own YouTube channel, and I'm like, "You're 8. You can't have your own YouTube channel." But mom, there's so many people who have their YouTube. You can't have it. Well, you have yours. I'm like, I'm adult. I can
I'm an
have it.
adult.
I know what I'm doing, believe it or not. And my son is 12, getting ready to 13, and he came home and thought it was okay to say a couple of words. Like he dropped something on the floor and it started with the SH. And I'm like, excuse me?
Oh, no.
Like, no. I get that you're going to say that in middle school, but
Yep,
no. And
I
then
remember those.
but I remember being his age and doing it as well, but I never brought that language home. No.
Oh, no, I couldn't have brought it home. No, heck no. But I remember when my kids did,
Hmm.
because that was only, what, 12 years ago? Oh, geez.
Well, I'll have to go through
Uh,
it with my grandkids soon anyway. So what are you doing? I mean, I'm here in Iowa. Laura's in Iowa. We had a 70-degree day here, and then it teased. It teased us because I
yep.
had snow on my car 2 days ago. Snow, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to look at it.
I totally missed it. The other two, my husband and the friend that lives with us, they're like, yeah, it snowed today. And I'm like, glad I didn't even look out a window.
No, y'all, it's crazy. So I lived in Florida for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I just looked on my Facebook page and it says you have memories. And one of my memories was we are in Iowa now. And it was a year ago that we moved to Iowa. And when we
Okay.
moved from Florida to Iowa on April the 3rd of last year, we left at 92 degrees.
Oh, my.
92 degrees.
Yep.
So it has been a big adjustment, not just culturally, but weather as well.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting adjusted. There's a different mindset here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know where you guys live. I mean, I know where some of you live, but and he's a yeah. Her Tiffany's son is getting a little bit
Getting a
brave with
little
the
bit
language
brave.
too.
Yeah, I read that too. Yes.
So I came to Iowa, which is the Midwest. Now in Florida, we have a ginormous Cuban population, Puerto Rican
Yep.
population, Mexican population. We've got really country Southern folk, and we've got just all kinds of people. And so there was all kinds of music, and we were listening to all kinds. I come here, every station is the same, and they're playing. And so I didn't have a job when I first got here. I moved just on the fly. I wanted my kids to know their grandparents and their family because we see with like you and I, Laura,
Right.
are chatting back and forth on a live stream.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to is that Kiwi? Hi, Kiwi Crocheter. But they didn't actually meet her in person, and I just felt
Oh,
like we
wow.
needed,
From New
yeah.
Zealand. Cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're cool. So we came here, and then the first station got this job. I just got a temp job, and I'm working, and I got these young 19, 20, 22-year olds, and they're singing stuff like "Can't Stop Believing." I'm like, you know that song? I was like, you don't know that song. I said, you don't know nothing about that song. And I'm like, oh no, we're all 80s here. I'm telling you, all these stations got, okay, they call it classic rock. I called it heavy metal, but I digress. But they know all of these old songs. Even my son, who didn't know it all before we got here, now he's singing. He goes, "Oh, Mom, I love Ozzy Osbourne." I'm like, "What? You even know who
Yeah.
they are? You don't even know who he is." And it's like, no, no, no. And they're just talking about all these bands. And when Led Zeppelin came out of his mouth, I almost smacked his mouth right off. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
My kids, I definitely immersed them in 80s culture because I collected 80s music, 80s
Oh
80s
yeah.
movies,
What?
through the years. Oh yeah.
Oh,
And so,
you got
my kids definitely got immersed in the 80s culture. And one of my daughter's favorite movies was one of my favorite movies from that time. And then
could be
my second
anything.
my second child goes and starts listening to stuff that my brother had listened to. So he's talking. Sorry.
Did,
No, I don't want to get into it now. All right. So anyway, talking about songs and music that my brother loved back in the 80s and how into that, and I was like, okay. I guess
oh,
I guess I am over immersed them, because
yeah.
they both love the 80s.
I think it's amazing, you guys. I'm so sorry to anybody, and I love everybody, and I'm so happy that you grew up. And when your child calls you, "Okay, boomer," you're like, "Dude, I'm Gen X."
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, "Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm Gen X. Gen X can kick your hiney every day to Sunday. Don't call me a boomer because I'm Gen X. And if I were a boomer, you'd be smacked right across the face. You'd be lucky I'm a
That's
Gen X.
right.
So
You'd
you're
be on the
lucky that I'm a
floor
Gen
looking
X.
up at me, buddy.
I was like, you're lucky I'm a Gen X, and we have the best music. Now, I digress. My mother, of course, says she has the best music, but I'm like, no, Ma, no, we have the best music and the very best movies. So
We
I
did.
have seen The Breakfast Club like 50,000 times, and I swear to you, if they remake that movie, I'm going to hurt somebody. I heard that they might make it, and I might have to hurt somebody if they do.
Wow.
hmm I can watch Top Gun over and over and over again. I love that movie. I love the whole music. As a matter of fact, oh, Footloose,
Yes.
I purchased their album. So I had it on a cassette tape, right?
Yep, me
And
too.
I would listen to it over and over and over and over. And you know what I hear? I hear it on commercials now. You know you're old when you hear
When
your
your
music
music is,
is on
yep,
commercials. And you're like, that's not what that means. That's not what that means.
I
Why are you
know.
playing that?
I know.
Yes, Kiwi
One
Crocheter.
of the first people one of the first musicians, musical acts, or let's put it that way, that
Mhm.
I really got into was Elvis Presley because my mother's a big Elvis Presley fan, and
My
so
mother too.
my parents had all their 45s from the
Mhm.
50s, so we would play those,
Yep.
and I really I had such a thing for Elvis for the longest time until it was time for me to get into my own generation's music,
Yes.
and that was late 70s. So
Well, I was brought up on the Eagles. My dad really loved the Eagles, and he had some Led Zeppelin. And my mother had Dolly Parton. My dad liked Dolly Parton too. I was a huge Dolly Parton since I was an itty bitty little kid, and she was huge in the '80s. I mean, believe it or not.
yeah, I
And
know.
so yeah. Oh yeah, I do too. Kiwi Crocheter.
Hmm.
I But those movies, like Sweet 16 was when I was turning 16. The Breakfast Club was when I was in high school. The Brat Pack. That's when
Right.
I grew up on those people.
Yep. I read that, Cheryl. That's awesome. Good for you. No, my brother and I were talking about he said that he'd been listening to something and they were talking about how the boomers had ruined the had ruined things for the what the I can't think of the next generation. What was the next one? The
After
20
Boom.
somethings?
Oh,
Um,
the millennials.
millennials, that's it. Um, and
Okay, thank you.
he was listening to it and he's like, Laura, they had it all wrong. You're not even a boomer. And I'm like, because he thought I was. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I was born June of 65. I am not a boomer by 6 months.
Damn right. Dang right.
Knock that one down. The funny
Yeah.
thing is he thought our parents were. But I'm like, no, mom was born before the boomer generation started. She's the youngest of the
Oh,
two. My mom was born before. So,
the war.
yeah.
Yeah, my dad was 45, my mother was 48. They are real boomers.
No, my
I
parents
was born
are
in
before that.
68. Yeah, I was born in 68, and I was just lucky my name wasn't Moonchild or something, you know?
Yeah, I know. My dad said if I'd been a boy, it was going to be Wolfgang.
Wolfie, we call you
Thanks, Dad. I'm
Wolfie.
glad I'm a girl.
No doubt. My dad actually named me. It was between Sarah and Amber, and he read it in a book and liked it, and that's how come I became Amber. Which, by the way, guys, I hated my name for the longest time. When I was growing up, no one was named Amber. I actually didn't meet
Right.
another Amber until I was 16 years old, and now all these little Ambers are running around,
Yep.
and I'm like, and so people assume that I'm younger than what I
I
am
do. Yeah.
because of my name. I'm like, and I'm not. No, sorry, I'm old. I'm the old Amber. I'm the old one. So what
Well,
are they up to?
because I wasn't a boy, they had to come up with a name quickly. So my dad was like, "Well, let's name her after my great aunt." So I became
Aw,
Laura Elizabeth.
that's awesome.
So
I named my kids. So my kids have a very unique. Well, they don't have unique first. They have your typical first names, but
okay,
their middle names are family names. So that's what
right.
I do. Yeah. So if you hear me call my daughter Gloria, that's my mother's name. It's her middle name. But I will sometimes call her Gloria when I'm yelling at her. Gloria, get over here. And let me tell you, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I named my daughter Gloria so I could yell your name every day. I said, because you yelled my name a lot. I was I was outgoing as a kid. I had a mouth, as you probably could guess. A really smart one.
My mom has always told me that I was the one kid she didn't have to worry about
Oh,
because even when I was quiet, she knew I was behaving.
wow. I was so not that child. Well, that's not true.
Okay, and I managed to blow that a few times too, but for the most part.
We all do. It's all good. But you know what? That music just takes you back. The generation takes you back. And I actually wish that the sense of, and I know it's dumb to say, safeness that I experienced growing up. Literally, my parents would throw me out of the house, not throw me, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
bye, come back, and they would step outside, and if they wanted me to come home, they would yell my name.
Yeah.
Amber, Amber, you know. And then I just had to be in hearing distance to come home. That's pretty much what the rules were. That's it. Now my
We
daughter
had to
walks like
we
out
had
of
to
the house, and I'm like, "Where are you going? Get back
yeah.
in here!"
Yeah, we had to make sure we told them if we were going to be out of earshot if we were going like to the other end of town because
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in two places. I grew up in Denver, in a suburb of Denver,
Mm-hmm.
uh, where I had a nice long walk to school because we lived so close to it.
Oh, I know. I hear you.
And then the other half was in a very, very small town and 450 people during the winter. So I could walk from one end of town to the other and then back in about 15 minutes.
So was that close enough?
I couldn't hear if I was on the other end of town
Oh,
though.
okay.
Darn it. So yeah, I had to go in the house and tell them if I was going to go without out of earshot. But even in Denver suburbs, we had to be home when the lights when the sun went down, the lights came on.
Oh yeah, us
And
too.
if my mom needed me home sooner, she'd tell me what time, and I'd have to wear my watch and make sure I paid attention. But yeah, I
Well,
know exactly what you mean. Nowadays, it's where are you going? What are you doing? Stepping out the front door without talking to me first.
my middle schooler wants a new bike. and he wants the new bike because he wants to ride it to school. We don't live that far, but you know, he has to go down Mount Vernon Road to go a busy road. And I was just like, I don't know what I can do. So now, and I used to walk down those roads and cross all those streets, and I'm just like, I'm
Yep.
not doing that no more. Happy, not
Yep.
happy.
Yep. I know,
Oh,
Cheryl. I know. I've run into plenty of that.
yeah,
That
I
it didn't need
remember.
to walk because I could ask for anything I needed. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're so funny.
Okay.
I I remember my daughter came home with an AC/DC shirt on. And she goes, I found this new band. I'm like, shut up. No, you didn't. You didn't find nothing. But I'm so happy that they're able to appreciate that music without going, oh my God, that's so old. And
Yeah.
to be fair, you listen, I'm 50, almost 4. Let me tell you, I can put some Eminem on. I can put The Weeknd on. I can, listen to that kind of music because I had teenage daughters. Well, they're 22 and 19 now.
Right.
But they would listen to some raunchy stuff. And I'm like, how can you listen to this crap? And I'm like, wait, that's what my mom said to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
I
I'm like,
kind of,
that's not real. That's not real
yep,
stuff.
I
People
kind of
don't like to
left,
act like that,
yep,
you know.
I kind of
And
left my kids alone on that. Because I knew what I had done. Yeah.
yeah, and so yeah, I mean, so I let them. There was a certain age. I didn't let my 12-year-old do it, but they were 15, 16. They got their own iPhones and they started listening to what they listened to. And to be fair, you can't really tell them no once you give them the iPhone. You can't tell them no.
No, that's
You
the
can't.
truth. Yeah.
You've just given them,
Access to the world, basically.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when I was giving my son a phone, I was on Facebook and Facebook got me. You know how those marketplace things, they're like these ads come up, and it was for the Gab phone, GABB maybe, and it looks like like my phone does, a smartphone, but it doesn't
Huh.
have the internet. It doesn't even have you can't. It has
Huh.
text message. It has the radio, so we can listen to the radio. It has a calculator. It has the phone and nothing else. Zip.
Huh.
Nothing. And we can download music to his phone. I download from my phone to his phone. But he can't like download anything. He can't
Okay.
get the access to the internet. And you know what, to be fair, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He has a computer. He's
Right.
on there playing games. And right now, Fortnite is his most major thing.
Right.
Mom, can I have money? I'm like, for what? He goes, I need some stuff for Fortnite. I'm like, I bought you Fortnite. Oh no, we have to have this weapon and I have to pay it. I'm like, you have to pay real money for a fake weapon? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? I need new skins, a new armor. I got to pay for that. And I'm like, can't you like earn that in there, like with collecting stuff? No, you have to buy the whole package. I'm like,
Yeah.
you will have to buy the whole package. I'm not buying the whole package. I bought you the game. You go mow that lawn for me, boy, and we'll talk about what we're gonna do. All the things that I had to worry about with my older 2 girls, not so much with him.
Right.
He's just like,
Yep.
what? What do
Yep.
you want? What? Okay, hold on. I'm like, boy, you better not. He goes, I'll be there in a minute. And I'm like, can't you just put it on pause? He goes, Mom, I'm jumping out of an airplane. I cannot put it on pause. I'm like, whatever. I said, okay. All right. And then the first time my daughter brought home Grand Theft Auto, I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
It is
my husband's the one
awful.
that bought that one.
Oh,
Yep.
very important, Tiffany, for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely very important.
Yes.
The computer that my son has actually belongs to the school, and every week they send me a whole list of every website, every video, everything that he's ever clicked on, his whole history. And I am like, and then I'll talk to him. I'm like, what's this? What this? Mom, that popped up. I didn't do that. I would never. I'm like, never for 21 whole seconds. Never for 21 whole seconds, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that is
To
such
name
a
it.
great
That's it
practice.
exactly.
Hmm.
80s music. Although, like I said, my introduction to my generation's music happened in the late 70s. So I'm I was a Sean Cassidy fan, Leif
Well, who
Garrett
wasn't?
fan, and my
Yes.
favorite to this day, the Bee Gees.
Hmm. My
Even
mother's
though
too.
there's only one left.
I know. It's so funny because when I was growing up, a lot of people are like, the Bee Gees, and I'm
I
like,
know.
what? I like them. They were awesome. And if you don't know any better, the Bee Gees have been around since the 60s. They
60s,
have
that's right.
absolutely great songs.
Yep.
And what I think I Told a Joke maybe was one of their songs. And
Yep.
I got the whole world started crying or something like I loved that song. So when they came out in the 70s and went disco,
Yeah, I
by the way,
know.
those songs are still good. They're still good.
They're still good.
Um,
They're still
but
dance
I
tunes.
loved the Bee Gees. I was a huge Aretha Franklin fan. I was loved CCR,
Mm-hmm.
Creedence, and I just loved a lot of the what you call Southern rock too. Look, all
Okay.
the music is good. I could talk about music all day, you know, from because when I was even in the 90s, and I felt so bad for people in the 90s, like the late 90s, all 90s, because listen, I loved Nirvana. I did, but I was old enough to realize that I don't have to feel that way to listen to them.
Right.
And that whole grunge movement, I felt like we just raised a whole bunch of people who need therapy now. Because that music was so down. It was so
Yeah, I
down.
know.
I started a joke. That's right, Cheryl. I
That's
started a
right.
joke. Yeah.
Yep.
I loved that song. Obviously, it's not the first song I heard from the Bee Gees, but once you started listening to the Bee Gees, you're like, oh, they wrote that, and oh, Barry Gibb
Yep.
was the lead singer when they first started. So, um, yeah, oh
Neil
my
Diamond, yes.
God,
Oh,
I
and
could,
Barry Manilow, late
yes,
70s. Oh, Barry Manilow.
oh. So Neil Diamond had that movie. What was it called? Oh, but I watched it over and over and over and over, and I had the cassette tape for that one too. And I knew all the words, frontwards and backwards, and I just loved them so much. Oh my God. That
Hmm.
was so good. It was so good.
I think it was the second 8-track my father bought me was Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
The first
Soundtracks
one he
were the way
bought
to
me, the
go.
first one he bought me was Jesus Christ Superstar Star
Yep.
soundtrack.
Mhm. I knew that one. The jazz singer, right.
That's right. That's right, Kiwi.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was okay. Now we can just talk about this all day long because but you know what? There's some really good movies that have come out. Everybody has their own generation. Everybody loves their own generation.
Yep.
I'm super happy that, Gen X was really the generation of in excess where our boomer parents came into money, had money, spent it on us.
Yep.
And to be fair, I didn't know I had money. Well, I didn't know we were not had money because my parents didn't buy us everything, but we weren't lacking for anything, if that makes any
Right.
sense.
Right.
And the first video game that we had, I think was called an Intellivision. And my dad took it out of the box and it was for us for Christmas. We weren't allowed to play with it for the first 3 hours because dad was testing it out. Um, you know, testing it out.
Oh
Uh,
my.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I think the game was more for him instead of for us. And I remember he would play something called Astro Smash, and he would play it, and he would rack up so many points that he would leave it playing all night. And he goes,
Oh,
"Don't touch
wow.
that TV. Don't touch it." He goes, "I'm until I'm at zero. Don't. I'm gonna go back and play." I'm like, "Dad, that's our game." He goes, "Whatever." It was all his stuff. It wasn't our stuff.
I understand.
Oh, oh,
My parents bought they bought the first one we had was yeah, I had it a second ago.
Atari.
Yes, thank you. And they bought it because my brother was having issues with hand-eye coordination.
Oh, they keep telling me that, it's good for their hand-eye coordination. I'm like, but it's melting their brain. But okay, I'm fine, whatever. But I gotta say that this interaction between you and I is the way that I truly believe that our kids will be learning in the
Yeah.
future. They'll have their own personalized teacher. It'll come up. They will be able to communicate back and forth with this person. I think it's just going to be, I personally would like it. I didn't like the homeschooling, but I liked how the kids were able to talk to the room. They felt safe talking to the room. I'm frozen.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm refreshing. Oh, there I am. Oh, okay.
okay. See, well, you're fine. You were fine here, so
Um,
I loved the Atari.
yeah,
And Cheryl says she lined up to buy herself an Atari.
that is so awesome. The first thing that I purchased by myself, I got a job, was a moped.
Oh wow.
I paid half of it. My dad says, okay, if you come up with half the money, I'll do it. So I worked the whole summer, gave him all my money, and then he went ahead and did that. So I didn't have to walk anywhere I went anymore. I was 16. I was able to go on my little moped, and I really had so much fun with that. But where I lived, mopeds were the thing, and everybody had one, and I was the only one that didn't until that summer
Uh,
when I got one.
okay.
So,
Well, I started working at 14. I was babysitting until then with
mhm,
supervision.
of course.
And then I started working at 14, and think I think it was when I was 15 that I had finally decided that I wanted a 10 speed. And I did
Oh,
mountain bikes, and mountain bike tires were not really in yet at that point. This is the late 70s, early 80s. And so I bought myself a 10 speed with these really teeny thin tires. And I
that is
had to
so
ride it on gravel
funny.
roads.
That'll hurt, but I do remember my first 10 speed. I think it was in 1979. It was in 1979. We got our first 10s, and it must have been a thing because I remember we came home one day. It was our birthdays. My birthday, both my brother and I are less than a year apart, but we're
Okay.
both we're both born in June. So his
Okay.
birthday was before me. He's a Gemini, whatever. But so we always shared the birthdays, and we came home and there were two 10-speed bikes, 1979. I think I was 12 and he was 11, and we were on our way, and we
Yeah.
were dumb. It was
I
so
was
much
either
fun.
I was either 14 or 15, and I got to we went my mom I made sure I had enough money with me, and we went down to my mom took me to the Schwinn store in Durango, Colorado, and I got to pick the color I wanted, and I got to pick the handlebar types that I wanted, and they put it together. We went back and picked up the bike a couple hours later.
I mean, as a kid, that is like the best freedom you could ever have. I mean, it really,
I had a 3 speed, but I wanted a 10 speed. I wanted to be able to do more.
yeah, no, for sure. My son wants a 10 speed. He's 12. I'm like, you can't have a 10 speed. You're too. Yeah, I guess you can. Because I never think of myself as young as he was. I'm like, there's no way I was that young when I was your age. And then I
Distance
probably was.
education. I like that. That's a good name for it. Distance education.
Yeah.
That's what my hometown, Silverton, was having to do lately. The last I don't even know how many years, because there's some classes that they didn't even have students in, so there were no
Really?
graduating seniors this year or that
Oh,
year, because the town just shrank so much after the mine quit that
yeah.
yeah, they were having to do distance educations for some of the class, some of the because their teachers couldn't teach everything. They didn't have enough staff,
Oh, yeah.
so they were having to do classes out of Denver.
Wow. I did
Yeah.
that when I was in college. I mean, it's been 30 years since maybe, okay, how old am I? 30? Okay, it's been a while. And I went to the community college here in town, which is right outside of Rapids, called Kirkwood Community College. That's where I first started. And we didn't have to stay at home. We actually went to the school into a different room, and our teacher was on the board, what
Okay,
they call
yeah.
the smart board now. And then we would have little microphones and we would ask her questions. And obviously we didn't have
Wow.
computers then. Look, I mean, I had my Commodore 64.
They were just coming out when I graduated from high school.
Commodore 64 and
Yep.
nothing. We couldn't do anything. We had to actually go to the school. Oops. My timer just went off. I apologize.
Yep, my timer just went off too. Excuse me while I take my meds.
Yeah. But yeah, I know it's good. I love this community. I hope everybody who's watching loves the community as well. If you have a channel, I'm probably subscribed to it. If I'm not, I will see you and subscribe to your channel. I think the last time I thought I was like $7.99. And so I fluctuate.
Think
I go
so.
$7.99, $7.98, $7.97, $7.98, $7.95, $7.97,
Yep.
$7.98, $7.99. And so I have not hit that 800 mark. And
We're gonna get you up over that 800 mark.
well, even if you do, if it holds longer than a week or two, then I'll be happy.
Yep.
Because people do fluctuate. They come in and out of your life, which is perfectly fine. Not a
I
big
know it.
deal. And it doesn't mean that you guys don't love me, because I get emails and card requests every few days. And I just wrote some more cards, so I'll send those in the mail next week sometime. And then Laura will be sending something in the mail next week too.
Yes, I will. As soon
I'm
as I
super
get an
excited.
email with the information.
I will. I'll let you have the access to it, and so you can do that. And I don't even know where Bonnie lives. I'm not gonna say it on air, but
Yeah, I know.
that'd be craziness. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. I got to get these kids ready for school tomorrow. I'm gonna take my top off and lay it down flat somewhere so nothing messes it up. I am so protective over this shirt. You have no idea. Like, protective. My child is like rubbing it. I'm like, don't you touch it. She's like, what? She's like, Mom, don't you touch it. She's like, okay, I'm like,
Okay, Amber.
So, all right, guys, I will let you go. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And remember, smile big and often, because you'll make somebody's day, because y'all have made my day today. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Oh, that's awesome, Deneen. And a tote in the basement. You have your original Nintendo. Oh, I read that wrong. I have my original Nintendo somewhere too in the basement. and the number pad for doing the dance exercise. Yep, let's see. Cheryl sent some happy mail. Okay. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful night. Thank you both. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Whether you watched on replay or live, I appreciate all of you, and I know Amber does too. Everybody take care. Love you. Bye. Be safe.